Boxing Rock, we create craft beer experiences, which includes making amazing craft beer, but also includes serving people in our tap room and helping people learn about and enjoy craft beer, especially with food. My name's Emily. I'm from Boxing Rock Brewing Company in Shelburne, Nova Scotia. We actually have 3 locations. We have a production brewery here in Shelburne where we package beer in bottles and cans for resale at the Nova Scotia Liquor Corporation and other craft beer resellers. We also sell kegs to bars and restaurants across the province and also to New Brunswick. And we do sell our beers in New Brunswick, PEI, and Newfoundland, as well as Nova Scotia. We also have a tap room here in Shelburne where we do craft beer experiences for people as well as serve beer and food. We do beer school as well as axe throwing at our tap room. And then our 3rd location is actually in Halifax, where we have a small brewery we call our test kitchen, where we come up with new one-off recipes and sell those in small quantities to the kind people of Halifax, as well as a retail store that sells all of our products there as well. So I'm a chemical engineer by training, and I had been living in Shelburne for just over 5 years at the time. And I was really looking for something I could do here that would make good use of my skills as an engineer. My friend Henry was living in Toronto at the time and had wanted to move to Nova Scotia. He's also a chemical engineer, and we decided we could put our skills to use in making a craft brewery here.
My name is Henry Pedro. I'm one of the founding partners of the Boxing Rock Brewing Company, head brewer, equipment fixer, chief cook, and bottle washer. The first beer we ever made at Boxing Rock was the Vickers Cross Double IPA, which is a recipe I developed as a home brewer with the help of my friend Ed. We decided to make that as the first beer out of the gate. And it's one of the more successful brands in the province.
There weren't very many packaging breweries in Nova Scotia. There were only 2 craft breweries on the shelf in the NSLC at the time. And so part of our business plan was really to go after that wholesale packaged product market, and specifically the NSLC, because we thought there was a gap there. And what that led to for us was really, really rapid growth for the first few years.
We started off with 4 small 1,700 liter tanks, and we quickly grew out of those. And when the opportunity presented itself to buy a larger 3,400 liter tank, we took that opportunity. We have since been on a buying spree with 3,400 liter tanks and even a 4,800 liter tank. All that said, we can do up to 20,000 bottles and cans a week.
We were investing more and more in equipment to increase our capacity and just to try and keep up with demand from the NSLC. That's evolved over time to really be more of a customer-facing business now. People are more and more interested in visiting craft breweries and actually having experiences at craft breweries. When we first started, we weren't really set up for that. We were set up to be a production and packaging brewery. We weren't really set up to welcome tourists and visitors. So we've evolved our business over the last 8 years so that we now have a tap room, and we also have a retail presence in Halifax so that we can spend more time helping customers experience our beer and understand our beer.
When it came time to start the tap room, the CBDC were there right from the get-go with the funding and advice we needed to start up successfully.
The difference between CBDC and working with some of the other lenders we've worked with over the years is really that they're part of our community and that they understand our business and they understand the factors that impact our business. When you're operating a small business in a rural community, you really want whoever your lenders are to understand your business, and CBDC has definitely always offered us that. So for anyone who's thinking about starting a small business or wondering how that might work, I would highly recommend you just give the CBDC a call. I can literally call them anytime, any day, and ask whatever question I have or ask for whatever my business needs in that moment, and they will help me try to figure out how to make it happen.
They're great members of the community. They're our friends. We see them throughout in the community, in the supermarket, in the mall.
The CBDC is just a wonderful, supportive part of the community, no matter what age of entrepreneur you are.
We were always coming up with ideas to what might we want to do next time there's some tank availability. I'm particularly excited about our pumpkin beer, and not being a fan of pumpkin beers in general, I decided to do pumpkin beer my way. And instead of doing pumpkin spiced flavored beer, I did it with habanero peppers and a little bit of cinnamon, and it turned out fantastic.
So Boxing Rock is actually a real place. It's a rock in Shelburne Harbor. The folklore is that sea captains would put their bickering crew out on Boxing Rock to sort out their differences. We added the part where they also got a jug of beer to share if they could manage to work it out.